Alright, in this video what I'm going to be trying to do is to extend the range of my Wi-Fi that I have existing in the house. Now, some of you may know, if you don't know, I'll let you know that in this property here I have fibre to the door, and that's from Vodafon. The good thing is, if you can be close enough to the router, if you can have a very long Ethernet cable, you can reach astronomical speeds such as 100 megabyte download, even a megabyte download. But if you are, unfortunately, like the rest of us, you say for example have your computer upstairs, the router has got to be installed downstairs, so it leaves a very long distance between you and the router. Whereas before, you could use the telephone cable system of your house and plug your router to wherever you want, to your nearest main computer. You can't now. You very unlikely have a computer set up next to your front door or near your front door. So I'm going to try and overcome that drawback by using, I have used it in the past, range extenders, and they do work somewhat. And I've got one running at the moment, but right now I've got an old router, two old routers that I haven't used, and I'm going to try and use these to become range extenders, because look at them, they are high quality routers, you can see, and when I change them to range extenders, they no longer be called routers apparently. Right, so I've got this one switched on for a while. It's not plugged into the telephone system, it won't work anyway. Because on the fibre to the door you're not going to have internet through your normal telephone system. So broadband's gone red, wireless is on, power's on, so that's good. So what I'm going to try and do, and that's an EE one, that's an old, it's a nice looking one, it's an old BT one, it's just sitting there doing nothing. So I'm just going to unplug that. I'm going to unplug that because I won't need it. And what I'm going to do, there's somewhere, say about here, that's fine. And find the reset button, and I'm going to press and hold using a tool. So I'm going to reset everything on this router, let go to factory default. So now, I keep calling it a router, I'll just call it the EE box, might be better. Power's back on, give it a few minutes, put the power back up, and we'll catch up to it. Right, so it's powered back up and we're getting the same kind of readings on the lights here. So next thing is, I'm just going to take this off so it's easy to read. You need to have a pair of these. So these are plug-in, it says they're on networks. When you plug this in to any normal UK socket system, power socket system, and you plug an Ethernet cable into this bit here, and then you plug the other end into your router that you have existing, the one you really want to get data from, which in this case is the Vodafone one for me on the ground floor. What this would do is, if you have got a pair of them, or even sometimes 3 or 4 of them, if you plug in the second one in, now we're back upstairs, plug in the second one into any power socket system, and the other end into something else. Say for example, if I plug that straight into my PC, I would get internet through the circuitry of the building you're in, electrical circuitry. So no longer will it become wireless, or you will be dependent on the wireless. You can use the circuitry of the house that you're in to transmit broadband information. So I've already got one of these plugged into the power socket at the bottom where the router is, where the Vodafone one is, and the other end plugged into the router. Now, so find yourself a socket now, and I'm going to do that out of view, and plug this fella in. Now that's plugged in, let's turn this around and plug the other end of the Ethernet cable into any usable slots I recommend. Right, so in theory, information from downstairs router is actually getting routed into this one here, this redundant one I had, and this one I'm going to use it, change it to an extender. Now we've got to do some bits and bobs on the computer now. So opening up your Wi-Fi kind of search in your area, the SSDIs I think they're called in your area. This is my EE new extender kind of one, and this is the one I use. This extender is also mine, but this is like a commercial kind of Wi-Fi extender, and this one here, that's my Vodafone. So I've got three: the original Vodafone router downstairs, the extender on the first floor, one floor up from the router, and a computer is being connected to that at the moment, and I want this one, this really cool old powerful one. And so you need to know the IP address for that, so let's find it. Look on the back of your router. Right, I've had a slight problem. And the problem is that the Vodafone router is the same IP address, 192.168.1.1. So, and I can't, even though I've done what I can on that EE router, I can't get it to log in. So, the other router, the BT router, is what I'm going to go for now. So, I'm not going to show you all that again. I'm going to boot it up, reset it, and try and get into the BT router this time. So, because it's a completely IP address, I should be able to do it. Right, now I can get into the router 192.168.1.254, the BT. So default admin password, I don't mind letting you see that because it's going to be changed, and I've already typed it in. Obviously other people should not know this, and so I'm going to press this button, change. Alright, okay. So now I think I can configure this. Press this button on the right, the button that was there, so I went to advanced features. Give yourself a new wireless name. So I'm just going to give it BT Extender Hub. Put my there so I know, so that's for me. 130 megabits per second, channel 1, that's fine. MAC address, remember that 8B. I press sure, yes. Now when I press on this, I see my original router downstairs. I'm linked to this one wirelessly, and now my new one is here. So of course I need to link to it. Enter network security key. Of course I can't let you see that. That should be on the back of your router. You can keep it default, you can change it. Now I'm connected to my extender. It looks like I'm on channel 11 now, it's changed. I'm going to disconnect from this one. Oh, it's already, if I press that it will connect automatically. So I am connected to that router. The Ethernet cable's stuck into the back of the router. So that button there, don't press that because I want it disconnected, I think. So that comes from the telephone, the old telephone system. Don't activate this, do not activate that. Alright. Last step, check. I am on the internet. There's my new router. There's my there's my new extender. There's my other extender. Here's my original. So that's fantastic. I'm getting full stars, well, full wave things, meaning I'm close to it anyway, so I should do. I'm right next to it, and we know it's plugged into the socket at the back, where the internet's coming through the power cables in the house. So it's kind of acting as a line straight through electrical systems, so there's no kind of loss of signal, I guess, through the house for it to be picked up. Whereas this one here, this TP extender, that was done through, this is done wirelessly, this one. It has got like a socket at the back, but that's just to give it power. So it's not really going through the electrical systems of the house. It's using the existing wireless, and it kind of just relays that. Whereas this one, it isn't. It's using the wires and cables of the house to become an extender. So we could give it a speed test, I guess. It's working. I'm on the internet. Let's give it a So with this up, this is the SpeedNet Ookla. So that's the new one everyone's using, all the engineers. Click on that. I was getting 30 up, 30 down. So download 18. Okay, that's not bad for a completely different router. But I know I'm not going to get disconnected now because I'm right next to it. What about upload? I was hoping for something like 100 something. 25 upload, so upload is quicker than download. I'm getting 18 something. Let's try the extender. Let's try the extender. I've never tried it with the extender. Low ping, a quick upload, even quicker down, slightly slower download. So disconnect from this one. Connect on this one. So this is the first extender, the proper network extender that I've got. And can I run the test again? Get rid of this. Let's go again. So this was one floor below me, this extender, and it's quicker. So the actual extender does its job. It is quicker. There's a reason why they sell these things, I guess. So if you didn't want to go through the expense of using an extender, then I guess you can use your old router. If you don't want to go through the expense of buying an extender, which are about £10, then you can use your old router, and I proved it. Just one more check, just one more time back at the old one. So 30 down, 30 up. Just one more time, just to prove that you can connect to your old routers and you make use of them and turn them into an extender. So on my wireless, here's my original. So I'm not connected wirelessly, and I'm certainly not connected with an Ethernet cable. So if I was to press that, I will go 2 floors down and connect to that one, but I'm not. If I was to go 1 floor down, I could connect it to the first extender I had. Now the second BT extender is here, right next to me. So I'm connected to that. So I'm not accidentally connected to this. So whatever I did, you saw me do it, kind of worked. Press go. Check the speed again. And I guess this video proves that it's best, and the title of the video should be, it's best to use a professional extender for your wireless. If you want to extend the wireless to your wireless capability of your house to cover the dark spots, than it is to use an old router. So this should be the title of their video. Best to use a wireless extender rather than an old router, and this proves it. And for me, it was just a bit of an experiment. Thanks for watching.